Welcome back to One Last Turn, and welcome to a brand new series. We are going to be playing Transport Fever 2 in anticipation for Transport Fever 3 being released hopefully later this year, at least according to their Steam page. Now, what is Transport Fever? Well, it's sort of like a spiritual successor to Transport Tycoon, where you build passenger and cargo, like train transportations, truck transportations. Not sure if you could have by air and sea in Transport Tycoon, but you can in Transport Fever, and it's really quite neat. We're gonna be playing what's called a free game, and we're gonna be playing on a very large map, and we're gonna go with a temperate climate. I think I want to do a 1, 2, 3. Let's see how it places the towns. Yeah, I think this makes sense. You know what? Let's put it on huge. Let's make a huge map. It's gonna be cool. The huge map size is something you can unlock if you just Google Transport Fever 2 experimental map sizes. Then you'll get Tiny, Huge, and Megalomaniac as well. Megalomaniac is a little bit too unstable for my taste, so we're gonna go with this. I want a little bit more water because I think it'd be really cool to get some water industry up and going. We're gonna go with Europe, 1850, which is the earliest starting year we can do. Hard difficulty, and up to 6 cargo types. And we're not gonna touch industry closure. Actually, maybe we should. Let's put industry closure down to often, so we get. It's gonna be a little bit more easy for us. And the density target, we're gonna leave that at medium, but they're gonna close a little bit more often. The ones that we don't use, that's gonna be smart. Yeah. So, anyways, what is happening? Well, it's Wednesday, my dudes, and a brand new series. We're gonna be playing, as I said, Transport Fever 2, and hopefully this is gonna be a regular series that's gonna run on Wednesdays. And of course, Alchemy Factory is gonna continue going on Sundays. And just some extra fun for you guys and some extra fun for me. It's the game what we're playing here is a free game, so we kind of have to set our own goals, and I'm thinking that what we want to do is we want to just build out as many cities to get all the stuff they want. We'll look at the map. Maybe we'll do there's I'm thinking 2 routes. We can either start with some small cities, or we can start with some and make those very big, or we can just just take all the cities and make them get all of the products that they want. I think that's gonna be really fun. Here in the beginning, though, we're gonna focusing on getting some money, some profitability, and especially because we are quite limited here in the early game when we're starting here in 1850. We're quite limited with the technology we have, so not everything is on hard mode. It's going to be a little bit difficult to become profitable when you involve towns too much. So I do though wanna turn down the date speed just because, at least here in the first couple of episodes, I wanted to go kind of slow with the dates, so we don't just build something and then immediately we have to upgrade it or stuff like that, especially for people who haven't seen the game before. So what am I talking about with the challenge? Well, what I want is, as you can see, this city here, Worthing, it is requesting tools and fuel, so I want to provide that with tools and fuel. And then all of the other ones, there's a tools and fuel here as well, and there's a food and fuel. All cities, I want to provide them with everything they want, and when they get what they want, they're gonna get upgraded. And when they get upgraded, they're gonna ask for more stuff, and I also want to give it that to them. So that is gonna be the plan. So let's start by seeing if we can't find something that we can make profitable. What sort of stuff do we have? Well, we have roads. We have roads. We have tracks for trains, and we have harbors for the, of course, for ships. So I think now that we have so much water, maybe we should start by looking and seeing, is there anything we can do with ships? There isn't much. I mean, we could take a ship from this down to here. I mean, for this forest and down to this sawmill. Basically, profitability comes from distance. So the further something is, the more money you're gonna get from it. And then it becomes a game of you don't want there to be too far, and you don't want there to not be far enough. So really want to find some places where we can do that. One thing I know is that oil into oil refineries is quite profitable. If we go up here and look at our contour lines, there's a little bit of an incline. We'll keep this one in mind. I think there might be a little too far for this to be handled very well by road. But I mean, if we could add, how much does a road cost? If we put in a road here, 150k. That's good to know. Oh, I did not mean to pause the game. Let's run that. I don't want to be playing like that, for sure. We could build a road over the sea here. That's 1.2 million though, so probably don't want to do that. We could use this sawmill down here from this forest, but then going back, there really isn't anything. Unless we could take. Okay, hear me out. If we make a road from this coal mine into this steel mill, and we take the wood from this forest, sail it down to this sawmill, then on the way back we pick up this iron ore, give it to this steel mill, that'll beat steel, then we go back to get wood, and there won't be much downtime on that boat. That could be interesting. That could be interesting. Let's see if there's something else. But that is that is a possibility I want to keep in mind. Okay, so here we have a full production line, oil well, oil refinery, and fuel refinery. But we have to go through mountains. Short mountains, but still mountains. I don't want to do that at this point. Okay, so let's forget about that one. We had another river here. We could go from this forest to this sawmill and up to this factory. But then going down, we could get this oil well and can't really do anything with that. So that's probably not profitable. Okay, so maybe not via the sea. So what do we want to do? We want to create some sort of train line then that can help us out. Or there's a very decent already road established for road here, oil. And there's even a fuel refinery up here. But then going back, we could go to the city, but this would probably be better than to use this one. We could make like a circle here. I just don't think it's gonna be that profitable. Maybe it could be okay. We'll keep this in mind. The distances are pretty decent. But is there something maybe that's better? We kind of want the middle, like the final production to be in the middle of the line. That way we can reduce the downtime. There's a little bit more water here that I've got. We could take... No, this is the first one that we looked at. So is this the water that... It's just not that... Yeah, never mind. Never mind. There's a lot of forests. Bridges are very expensive. How much is a railroad bridge? It's sort of similar pricing. How do we do this? So as I see, we have two options. We have that boat route that I talked about in the beginning. And we have that fuel circle up there. That is really all I am seeing right now. So we don't need bricks for anything. It would be nice though if we could take those planks and make tools. So what if we take this forest down here to the sawmill, and then we take the planks to the other side here to deliver for this factory, and then take them the rest of the way with truck. And then we go back up and we get this iron on the way. I think that is the most we can do. Let's see if we can't do that. Want a cargo harbor. Somewhere. Let's first get a truck depot connected to this forest. That seems to be around here. And then we'll get a cargo harbor somewhere where that makes sense with regards to this truck. Depot. I mean, it would be better if this was closer. There's another forest here, right? No, there isn't. Okay. So we have to run some trucks here as well. But that's okay. Let's try and do this. And we will do harbor. Here. And we will do a harbor here. And then we will do a harbor over here. And we will do one see if we can connect this one. Why won't it connect? Interesting. I'll put it there then. Okay, so that's the harbors in, and we need a truck. We'll need a road. Down to here. That does meet this truck depot, so that's good. And I also want a shipyard. This just needs a road. That's connected, okay. And this was connected, and this needs a road. And then we need to get a truck depot. Place it here, and that's very close. Okay, we'll place it there, and then we should make our lines. So let's make the order line 1. That's fine. We start up here, and then we go down to here, and then we go over there, and then we go over there, then we go over there, then we go back. Cool. And we might need to adjust these to full load, and at least least this one to full load. And no, let's just put all of them at... No, we can't do full load on this one. This one is a drop off, and this one we don't want it to take anything. Okay, I think then we probably need to feed this forest in here too eventually. Okay, so that is like that, and then we need a line from this one to this one, which is tools, and we're gonna need a road depot for that, and then let's get our shipyard, and we can look what kind of stuff can we transfer. We're only doing solids, so we have these two options. This Wilhelm, they have the same capacity, but the Rigi has less power, but it has a higher top speed. Same loading time, slightly more expensive, 100k. Also, the maintenance is slightly higher, 16k. That's gonna eat into our pro. Let's go with this one. It's not that much of a difference. Yeah, let's go for this one. We'll send it out on the waterline 1, and then we'll also get a stagecoach here for the tools, and then we need to set up this as well, a truck station. Okay, so let's get our truck stop. Let's see where. Slightly cheaper on this side, and let's just keep it on this. Oh, that's expensive, so let's not keep it on the same side. Let's move it there, and we will make a line that goes there. That's actually quite a long line. I didn't see that necessarily on the when I was looking at the sea route there, so that's gonna be interesting to see how that's gonna work out. And I also want another road depot somewhere. Here's probably fine, and we will get 2 that goes for coal. Let's get rid of these. See, so how we're looking. We have about 2.3 million in investments, and our little boat is going here. It's gonna take quite a while. Let's speed up a bit. See this to get into port. Wait, it needs to reverse. It didn't bring anything. why isn't it... It doesn't seem like it has consumers. Okay, this is set up as a port. And it wants logs. Doesn't seem to be a supplier. Okay, maybe we do need to get a truck station in here. Get a line running. Let's see if that isn't the case. So our boat is coming back. Now we have logs here. That's good. Waterline 1 is set to wait up this to 5 minutes just for now. We probably just want some more for the logs right now. Let's up the speed so we can get some logs down. I thought it was smart that it could be connected, but it didn't appear so, unfortunately. Got an achievement there, okay. Because it turned it back, I guess. Okay, so now it's getting some logs. Slowly and steadily. I mean, I do want it to fill up completely, but then again, I also think that it's probably okay if it doesn't. It's gonna cost some in... I mean, it's gonna cost us probably the same amount of money if we don't fill it up, right? So yep. So let's see that go, and then this obviously should. And actually, the logs are turning a profit. I wasn't expecting that to happen. That's quite interesting. And coal as well. The tools obviously not, because nothing is there. But let's see the boat. Let's see how the boat does. And probably. We have 8 stored. We're gonna get like 70, aren't we? This isn't putting anything on its dock. That is worrisome. Because it should, because we're heading here with it. Let's get 6 more for the coal though. And I'm curious about this boat, whether or not it was a good investment or not, but we will see that soon. Still, how do we get... Do we need to move? Do we need to set up like 2 truck stations practically next to each other? It's silly if we do, isn't it? Doesn't pick anything up still. Why though? So that wasn't the issue, it seems. Okay. Maybe they'll start loading when we start heading there. Well, quite interested or quite curious, how much money do we get for these 31 logs? Given that they went so far. Let's change the... Let's do full load if there is any. I think what that's gonna do is... Yeah, we're gonna wait. Okay, so how much did we get there? I didn't quite... 200. So we're gonna get like 400,000 to bring when we bring a full inventory of logs. Doesn't seem like that was the right... Let's change this to load if available, and then we'll just change the minimum stop time. No. We'll do the full load, but we'll change the maximum stop time to... Can we see how fast it loads? Loading speed 20x. We'll see how that goes. So we moved over here. Still have nothing on the dock here. Quite annoying. $15K. But then it also waits on... No, I shouldn't wait on this one. If I come south, this is just an offload. Oh, it's because this one isn't connected. Shoot. There we go. Now this one is connected. So this one, yeah. There we go. There we go. Cool. See water. There is quite a bit of maintenance. But then again, if we double that, really depends on the turnaround time then, I think. And I also think we can probably get away with running another ship. Reverse. What happened there? Why would it go to King Lin's first? Anywho, this one has 70 iron. So let's see how much we get from that as well. And it does seem like we have the right amount of coal trucks. How are those doing? Those are doing pretty decent. About 13k profit, 20, 15, 30k profit, something like that. And the logs are also turning a small profit of about 15k. And tools aren't. Yeah. That is probably just a tiny bit more. It's just how it is, and where we might, maybe we avoid this one. Who knows? We'll have to see. Now we probably will have to increase the coal guys. Running. The rate is 30. Oh, I did not see again. For 180. Do we need this anywhere? No. No, okay. This now goes here. There's plenty of logs. So the logs is not an issue. Logs is not an issue. We'll see how this gets with coal by the time that this one gets down here. This one is not an issue. We do need to... Wait, what happened? Let's make time do that. I just thought I had a million more. Got a bit surprised there. Anyways, let's see. I think let's make Kurt Rose. I think if we make a straight road here, let's do that, and then we will give ourselves a truck station. There. There. Let's just get a cheap depot. Each on logs. And we will get, let's say, 2 for Eton logs and see how they do. Now this is going on its way. So we do have quite a bit on the water maintenance wise. 300k each year, so we need 600k. We need 300k profit 1 year to cover the costs of another year. So let's see how we end up doing. This one seems to be in profit, and that was with a half load, so I think once we get this one going too, we should be seeing some good stuff. So let's just speed it up a bit again so we can see how we're doing. And we need to... Wait, what? Why isn't this... Why is this so slow? Okay. Almost at 2 million negative, or 2 million negative. We have some good inventory, fastly depreciating of course, but now we just gotta hopefully get 400k from these logs. Yeah, 460k. Okay. Cool. That's a tick upwards. That's good. And then this one will load. But hopefully not infinitely. Good. It did leave some though. So we might have to adjust it a bit. King lens. Let's wait for 2 minutes instead. Now he goes over here. 25k, okay. And this one should get down there. Get another. Interesting, interesting. This one's carrying 17. It needs to get to 35. So I think we should maybe we should set this to full load all, and then we'll go to more on eton logs. Because obviously we want to get this to 75 planks as well. We don't mind it sitting here. It should have like, so this one puts in, they get reduced. I think this is the way. So how are we here? We're at 82. Good, so that's fine. Question is how it's gonna be with the other one. It leaves there. I mean, we are going upwards. We got 60k there. Yeah, so we do want to fill this one up so it can be delivered over there. So just need to ramp up Eden Forest so it fits. With basically 75 on the dock for when ship number 1 arrives. We get 200k on the iron. And we'll get to see how the coal fares, whether we need to upgrade that a little bit. I think we might, because it's quite close. So I think we'll get 4 more for the coal. And it's not gonna make it in time, but it'll slowly increase. So I think that would be fine. So basically we have 3/4 quarters for 600k. No, that's 3/4 of 1.2 million. So we are in profit on the water, it seems. Very nice. And obviously we're not on the roads, but it isn't too bad. We did make some more investments here in vehicles. So that's gonna drag that up. So when we don't have any investments, then I think we are in profit. We are gonna be like dipping down into the... It's gonna be very tacky like this. Very much up and down until we get a third and maybe a fourth ship. This probably needs to double. Let's set the speed. Date speed to 1. And no, let's not do that. Let's continue here at 4x speed, but at 1/4 date, so we go regular date speed, but in game time is a bit quicker with the money. And then I think we are gonna wait till the last minute, but basically when ship 1 here is down about where ship 2 is, I want to take out a loan and buy another ship. I think that is the way to do this. Sure, we'll have the loan interest. It's gonna increase its 10k per million we borrow. But each boat should like profit way more than 10k. Right, so look at this boat, it's 500 and 200 minus 75 is the yearly, right? So minus 300, so that's 400k profit, so it's 100k profit per year. This one is the same, I would assume. Yeah, basically. So it's 100k profit per year on the ships. And the infrastructure is 120. So currently we're making 80k on the ships. And it'll be 100k extra for the next one, and 100k extra for the next one. Well, 90 and 90 if we borrow $1 million. So that makes a lot of sense in my book. We have a factory that is closing. That's fine. farm closing. That is fine as well. Okay, so we're able to fill one up. We need a lot more on these Eden logs if we want to do more ships, basically. But it can, I mean, road saturation wise, we should be able to double this, no problem. And they also do provide half, so it's not like we need to carry it all on these roads. So just a little bit more than like 50k extra. It's definitely something, it's worth something. I don't think that this is 50k in negative. It produces like 18k. And then of course, if we look at the station statistics, Eaton is 7k, so that's, and we got what we got 18, so that's 11, and then we have Kingland sightings. It's also says, so that's 4k, so it's 4k in profit. That's pretty good. Yeah, so I'm not negative there, so we can definitely scale that. And now I completely forgot about buying one, but I think now is also an okay time. I'm just gonna borrow to do it though, otherwise I am scared that we would run out of money before it gets to its destination. It needs to go to this. I don't know why they start wanting to. Maybe it's because this one is after, I guess, so it goes to this line, and then I guess that might be the case. Maybe it was a bad time to buy. Oh well. Let's save the game just so we don't lose it to a crash or anything. So I already had a crash save file in there, so definitely happens. Okay, there we go. That one's off, and there is some time behind that one, so that's good. We're down to 14-minute frequency, which is cool, and they're all transporting something, which is very cool as well. A farm is closing, okay. So it is. It's not anything that we need to worry about. Did it rotate or something? Where are we? We are over here, okay. $2. We are up in value, slowly climbing. So that is good, but that tracks if we are doing, well, now with this one we should be doing 140k, and then next one we should getting close to that $250,000. Our road is even in positive. Cool. Of course we have the investments, but we have the loan interest, but still. Still want to get that 4th ship, but I think we're gonna wait until ship number 1 makes it down here. So we're a little bit away. Now we can take a look and see if there's anything we can expand our sea travel route here with. Factory, but it was in a place that already had one, so probably not relevant. Where we could, we have both planks and steel, but it doesn't really make sense in the way we are set up right now. Steel mail going down, okay. But not ours. Eaton oil well, okay, that's close to us. But not anything of any significance, because we don't use it. Oh, and we forgot we need to expand this. Ship 3 incoming here, and then we have ship 2, then we have ship 1 going to get logs. We also want to make sure that we aren't doing too much shipment from this. But I think we're good. We also need to upgrade this one. How much do we have running here? 12 vehicles. Let's double it. Let's also replace the ones here, just because we can. And I mean, we should have probably staggered the upgrade, but it's just gonna take a little while to adjust. We're still in the positive even with that investment, so I am satisfied with that. Let's see here, this is going fine. How about here? Is there a bottleneck over here? It doesn't seem so, so that's good. So that's running smoothly. Yeah. Are we are backed up a little bit here, so let's get 3 more to help on the tools. Just so they don't stack up here and we, yeah, I don't know. Don't know what happens actually. Maybe it creates a backlog and then we can't deliver. I'm not sure, but at least now that should be an issue. And question is whether it's really going to be necessary to borrow that last $500,000 to get the next ship. I probably will be. Maybe not, because we'll get 200k here, and we'll get 500k, and this one gets down here, we'll get 50k here, so maybe that's good. Maybe that is all good. Think gotta buy it now though. And we'll just reverse this one immediately so it doesn't have to go that far in vain. $1 million in investments, and but we're at negative 1.37. Very cool. Very cool indeed. I want to take a look at ship number 1. That is the oldest. It's 3 years. Condition is good at 75%. So it'll have, I mean, we can see, I believe it's 12 years lifespan yet. So it has many years left. We make 100k per year, it's 400k or 450, so 4.5 years to pay itself off, and then we get, well, we get 7.5 years, no, 6.5 years, 7.5 years, so 700, each makes 750k in 12 years. So the true profit is what, somewhere around 50k per year. So we make 200k per year from the boats, infrastructure maintenance, so it's really only like 80k true profit. And then we have the loan interest, which we didn't have to borrow anymore, so it's 55k. So we're like 20 something k in profit, but we also have the road profit. It seems pretty decent road profit. That makes it even better. It does seem we're probably somewhere around 100k per year. Eaton's oil well number 2 is, oh no, it's founded. Cool. That's they just destroyed one and now they're making another one. Okay, interesting. It happens. It's not that intelligent, so it is mostly just random. Let's see, how are we for time? think that I want to aim for like also probably hour and a half long videos on this game, but it definitely is a bit more. It's a different kind of play style and stuff. So maybe the time is gonna vary just a bit more than the Alchemy Factory episodes, which are quite easy to fit into those hour and a half time slots, with that matching those 6 days exactly. But here there's nothing to sort of aim towards. Quarry can't really be used much over here, so that's fine. Kirkby in Ashfield made an iron mine, which can't really be used for anything. Alright. It looks really good when we look at the line statistics here, but it does take some major jumps. We are for sure climbing in value. You can see it on this balanced track as well. So that is really neat. If I am to say so myself, this is gonna be the basis for our it's gonna be the basis for our game, for our series. And what we're gonna do is, like I said in the beginning, we want to get as many towns, as many of their goods as possible. So that's going to be a really interesting challenge, given that currently not a lot of them are completable within a short distance. We have to go quite far out, and I'm not even sure. Let's see if we can see industry statistic. There are some goods factories. Goods is the most difficult one to make. But I mean, we have food here. It's easy, it's just wasteful. We have fuel down here, which is, I mean, suboptimal as well, but it could be worse. I think this is probably able to sustain itself. We just need to get our balance up there. I'm not sure if it makes sense right now to take a loan, because we'll be eating into those profits that we're actually generating with the loan repayments. But it could be that it makes sense. Just want to see if we can't focus on something else first that makes more sense. Obviously we can't do planes yet. There's quite a bit of time until cargo planes are invented. But yeah, food here is probably quite easy to get going. It's way too far with tools for eating. they both want construction materials. It would be really nice if there was some here in the middle. There isn't. These are two pretty decent sized towns. Eden is a little bit smaller, but these are pretty decent sized. We could set up a passenger train or like a hybrid, but for the hybrid there isn't really any goods that make sense. We do have construction materials here by Worthing Quarry and construction materials, but getting them down here to Chapel in the Firth is quite a task. Or Eden. I mean, we could get it to Eden by boat. Then it's only so we get construction materials down to Eden by boat, and then we go back. We can grab this forest. We can bring it up here. Then we can take this coal and bring it down here. I mean, that is a possibility. It might be a stretch, given that we would also need to establish a train line for this iron ore. Let's take a look at the condition. Actually, let's get all, and we'll just take all the bad and very bad ones, and we will replace them. And luckily, there's only one thing we can replace them with. At least, I don't know if you say luckily, but makes it easier at least. We're almost in the positive here. That's really quite nice. Let's forget about that for a minute, but it is definitely a possibility, and probably later we could do it if we want to sink. I mean, it's, to be fair, it's probably another 5 million investment. Possibly more because it's a longer stretch. So maybe we need at least 2 more ships, so 6 million, 7 million probably. We'll get there, but right now we're just a little bit away. We have this Bromwich fuel for Spalding, but again, it's only Spalding. Or that's not what I meant to say. It just sits in a bad configuration, right? We would have to go here for money, here for money, here for money, and then I mean, I guess we could go from here to here. That pays us. From here to here, that pays us. From here to Spalding, that pays us, and then there's a very small trek here that doesn't pay us. Oil is 1-to-1. Crude oil is 2-to-1, so we can set up a secondary feeder line from here such that this fuel can run. that is definitely a play, but Spalding only wants 17 fuel. So we would also have to do something about the population. But I mean, just without giving it to Spalding, I still think we could be profitable. So close to breaking. It even seems quite nicely too that we made it up in just about the same time that it took us to go down. It's been about 4 years to get to complete profitability. Pretty neat. I mean, maybe not complete. Where's ship 1? It's here, finance or details. It's only H4, there's still almost half its value left, so that's good. Goods factory, yeah, we're not using that. Okay, so yeah, at Spalding here, that's also a possibility. Now let's see, how is the contours of this map? It's quite flat. That's good for us. How much would the tracks be if we like go down here, 100k, then come up here, 100k, and then we go here for 100k, go here for 200k, so 200, 300, 500, 600k in tracks, 4 stations, 5 stations, that's $1 million, and then at least 2 trains, probably bordering on $1.5 million, so we need like 3 million to get this up and running. And now the oil well here is getting torn down. So let's I actually don't think that we can undo that. I think even if we connect to it now, it's too late. Okay, so that plan is out then. I mean, I guess it's just a waste of money if it isn't. We can let me. Oh yeah, I think. I was thinking, is there some kind of let me just see if I can Google it. no, I can't find the information at least. So yeah, those plans are out the window. Of course, we can still do something like this. It's just the tour back here is so much larger. I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk it for now. Let's see, can we... We really need some more quarries. Where are all the quarries? There's not many quarries. There's one here that can make construction plant materials for Corby. That is a nice and easy little setup. Corby is not the biggest town, but it's a decent size. It's close to Wendover, which is a decent size. Okay. I think that is where we will pick up next time. Let's just sit down. Thinking, do we want to make it a train line? Goes this way, picks up quarry, deposits passengers, makes... No, we don't want to do that. Let's build a road. There, and we will put down truck stops. Make a... Whoops. Don't know how that happened. What does it make a new line? There we go. We'll call it Corby. Mats, construction materials, and we also want to make sure that we can deliver them. We just need to deliver though, we don't need to pick stuff up in the town. We want to have as many of the buildings that have the brick. We want as many of them to highlighted in white here. I think we'll just go straight through city center. I think we need to, no matter what we do. So let's add that to, there we go, to our route. then we simply need a road depot. We'll just start off with 4. There we go. We have crossed over the 0 valuation. We have a value of 50k right now. Our ships are sailing. They might have gotten slightly confused. Might have gotten slightly confused there. Let's see if we can't fix that. Now this one goes to King's Lynn. This one goes to King's Lynn. This one is going to Berkhamsted North. And this one is going to King's Lynn. Yep, that is all correct now. We're back under, but we will get back over. It does fluctuate with a little bit. That's completely fine. Cool. Well, next time we will look at Corby and Wendover and all that entails. We'll set up some passenger trains probably and see if we can't turn a profit with that too. But we will most definitely start with our challenge, which is to get all of the towns the supplies that they're asking for. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, this game, please leave a like and a comment if you think something should be done differently, or you have any tips or tricks, or maybe you don't like this game at all, you don't want to see this. Leave a comment, I'll take it under consideration, I'll see what I can do. Any other kinds of games that fit the style, strategy, factories, logistics, let me know as well, and I will put that into the pool for future series for sure. I mean, wouldn't it just be nice with one last turn? I know, I think it would. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe, helps out the channel a lot. I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.